Welcome back, everyone. This is part 3 of episode 1 of Asphalt Trouble. Again, we are Hacked in the Dark. We left off in the middle of downtime. We had Kiki just had to do hers, I think.
All right, so the first thing that I want to do is inhabit my haunt. Kiki's haunt is Safe Haven, which is a local animal rescue center. And she goes and walks and plays with all the dogs and pets all the cats.
The best stress relief.
Oh yeah. Mucks out the horse stalls. Just
a little less, but
well, she wants to not just do the fun things, right? She wants to actually contribute.
Kiki's our token actually good person involved in all this.
Perhaps.
I did say I'd kick a guy out of a moving vehicle, so.
Right.
I mean,
Kiki murked the guy, so.
Yeah.
But if he was a bad guy.
Yeah, that's how that works. Anyway, my insight is 0, so I'm going to roll 2d6 and take the lowest.
Yep.
And reduce 2 stress. I will take that.
Okay.
These are always rough when you see all the 6s getting rolled, and it's like, oh no, but take the lower one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not lately.
I'm actually surprised that Roll20 is being so kind to me right now. My usual group did something to anger the Roll20 gods so badly that I straight up switched to physical dice. Like, I wasn't taking it anymore.
No, it's all right. You just play games where the DM doesn't have to roll.
Yeah. My dice are perfect for me.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do next is, I think, start a long-term project. I would like to work on this panther dog robot, so that the 4 of us can command it by voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you don't yourself have the technical expertise to do that, but it does not mean it is impossible. So how do you go about this?
Do we have that expert yet?
You do have that expert. Yep. He is an egghead, I'll say, as the type. Or I guess as experts are more specific than that. So he is a corporate technician. He can definitely help you.
Yeah.
So I think that for the sake of having a short campaign, I'm gonna keep the clocks relatively small. So or the wheels. So this is gonna be a 4-spoke wheel.
Okay. So who is this expert? I don't.
Yeah, so he is namegenerator.com.
His name's Martin.
You don't have a corporate name generator?
I should. His name is Martin. He is a tech. He was sent along once you've paid him. He's sent along with the convoy to help distribute and utilize the equipment in there.
He's logistics.
Yeah, and he knows how to use them. So he's he is a tech.
Okay.
He is not 100% familiar with the Panther, but he did study the specs before leaving just in case, and that's how he knew how to shut it off.
Okay, so this is the person who was in the truck.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. You've met.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I think what this looks like is after he's been put on the payroll, Kiki kind of I envision this happening in the diner in one of the booths, and Kiki just like slides into the booth on the opposite side of him while he's like eating a sandwich or something. And she like passes him a milkshake and says, so I just wanted to make sure there weren't any hard feelings between us.
So in the cities, the corporations run a ton of propaganda saying that anything outside of the city is dangerous and you shouldn't go there. And if you have to go there for corporate reasons, make sure you're prepared and protected, or else the evil biker gangs will get you. So he is very cautious and hesitant around you.
And I think she puts on her most winning smile. And I think to abstract it out, she's going to try to make friends with this person.
Okay.
Which sounds like maybe a sway?
Generally, yeah.
Yeah. But she's going to try to make friends with this person, and by doing that, kind of get their assistance in programming this panther.
Sure.
Okay. So I don't have any points in that, so I'm just going to roll what I got. Because I can't fail, because it's a fortune roll. Yeah, that's a 4.
It's a 4. All right, so that is 2 spokes on the wheel.
Awkward.
Halfway there. Yeah, so he, you after a meal together, you managed to basically convince him, not everyone out here is terrible and out to get you, and he could be a valued part of this team. And that starts by programming this panther. So,
you have to provide the value first, though.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so I think maybe he has. I picture him as quite a nerd, and so he's got a pocket handbook of how to control this thing, which he has skimmed in the past, but he is now going to read more thoroughly to start programming this thing or restructuring it. And I also presume that part of this long-term project is changing it aesthetically to be a hellhound instead of a panther. Yeah.
Of course.
Nice.
Right.
We had those parts in the garage for sure.
Right. Yep.
Just waiting for the right chassis.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Does anyone want to spend a script to gain additional downtime?
Not besides the one we already spent.
Right.
I think we did pretty good spending our script already.
Not yet. I mean, maybe in the future, but I think right now I did everything I set out to accomplish.
All right. So now that you have made a start of a name for yourselves, we can talk perhaps about some of your longer-term goals, and that might inform what we want to do. We've got 45 minutes left in the session, so I think we had said before off screen that you would like to kick the barbers out. Oh, again, I jump ahead of myself all the time. While you were having this conversation with this technician, whose name I forgot already,
Martin.
Martin.
Yep. He says, we were almost done with the trip. We were headed to meet some people in the Soggy Bottom Creek. I think it's right near here, right?
No.
It sure is.
I don't know off the top of my head who they are, but or really why we were going there, but I was told to. He pulls out another sheaf of paper, because, or maybe a
Small tablet.
phone, a small tablet kind of thing. Yeah. Flips through it and says, "I think a Miss Serrano was who we were looking for." and the name doesn't strike a bell with you immediately. But as you gather and decide what exactly you want to do next,
Can I see the data tablet?
yeah. So as you gather again, he pulls this out again. You can see it if you would like. And says, "Yeah," to the group now. I don't know if you know who this Miss Serrano is. And yeah, you see the name, and it is Kaylee Serrano. And the it does ring a bell to you because and it takes you a minute. She goes by this is a goofy name, sorry about it. The Serrated K is her gang name, and she is the leader of the Barbers.
Ah.
There's nothing goofy about that.
Yeah. There's a
The
random name
goofier the
generator.
name,
It's
the
like,
more horrible you have to be to like make it scary.
exactly.
And
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
tough.
Mhm.
Fuck. I'm, in case it matters, I do have the East Coast City origin ability, so when presented with data, I can glean some information from it. I don't know if you already factored that in with recognizing the name.
I did not. So, yeah, you flip through, and this document that he's pulled up is the like name, where they were supposed to meet, which was actually like just outside of town, so that it wouldn't draw too much suspicion, and the inventory of the truck, which you like already knew, but there is additional information because it's like the technical terms and like cross references to blueprints and specs and stuff for all of the things there, and you were like, "Oh, this looks like a cool device," and you sold it. Now you know what they all are.
Selling
and,
things you have no idea about.
Exactly.
This is definitely worth money, trust me.
Yeah.
This is
And
expensive.
Yeah, right. And you can definitely see how a lot of this seems like experimental tech, and it seems very much up the barber's alley. But normally they would steal it from people and not just have a direct delivery from a corporation.
So what we have here is an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
It appears that the leadership of the Barbers is selling out.
Are we all here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just glance at Seth.
He is not making eye contact with you specifically. The opportunity is in the fact that it doesn't seem like they're all in the know right now. And if we spread a little propaganda and make sure this gets around, we might have some more people on our side soon.
Makes sense.
I'm always in for breaking up a party. Or a gang.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think of it as starting a new party. Or gang.
So, would you like to I suppose, how would you like to accomplish this? Are you planning on doing it all in one go, or spread rumors, or the other thing, just to add a little spice, that you see is a previous delivery manifest as well, and it was significantly smaller and thus didn't need a whole convoy. It was just like to test out the cooperation of the barbers. But you recognize a specific a, 'cause, 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 ' trying to think of a cool but relatively mundane like mod that people like the barbers might have been selling suddenly. So
Some sort of like flashlight, like a HUD.
yeah, sure.
HUD eyes.
Basically, like Google Glass has been the um, the big thing that they've been selling, and like a crate of these devices had been delivered to the barbers recently. And coming from the corporation, they're clearly like experimental and using like these people as guinea pigs for this, and they've already spread it like around the town.
And have some of these people like been turning up in the hospital like, it set my eyes on fire.
Probably, yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So we want to stop this.
Mm-hmm. So as peacekeepers, yes, you want the three like tag words for what you do: protect, threaten, and raid, which sound like the kinds of things you want to do to the townspeople, the barbers, and the barbers, respectively.
Is the meetup that the Corp people were going to have with Serrano,
Mm-hmm.
is that canceled, or would we
Yeah.
expect that to still be happening even though they lost the majority of the convoy or the goods, so to
Or
speak?
even like
Yeah.
flashback wise, if we found out about the information soon enough, we could just go.
I don't know if like they would be expecting goods, but what you could do is pretend to be the corporations anyway, or something like that, and say we heard that the convoy was captured. Meet here, and we'll talk about what to do next, or something.
Yeah.
That's
I like
super
that.
cool, actually. Although I'm not good at lying, so unless we're gonna point a gun at them as a corporation, then I can't really help.
I mean,
Corporations need
that's
security.
plan B.
Right.
You just need to look like one of those roided out guys who could be stabbed and thrown out of a truck and be fine.
That's definitely not Cry. I specifically denounce the body modding, which is why I'm at odds with Seth so much.
Natural, yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And Steph is like, yeah, cool. Let's put cool stuff in my body. I have porcelain teeth, and
So, another thing that you might want is turf. Just to put that out there. You can set up this meeting somewhere that you will establish as your own as well, or something like that.
What I was thinking is there's got to be an area they're storing whatever, or they're planning on storing this stuff. Is there a way we can figure that out and basically claim it?
Yeah, definitely. So there's a warehouse, as one of the turf options. So unlike in Blades, I pulled turf out from the crew book specifically, and there's just one long list for us to pick from.
Okay.
Warehouse is one of them. You can meet up in the warehouse. That's probably the one that sounds the most like what you're talking about.
Well, because we would make sure this weird Google Glass eye exploding thing no longer gets distributed. We'd take turf away from the barbers and weaken their power, and we'd gain turf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're going at this from the angle of pretending to be the corporate, though, right?
however you guys want to play it.
So
Okay.
the other way we could do it, and maybe it won't fit in the amount of session we have left, but if we wanted to go after inhabited territory turf, what we could do is we could arrange this meeting, pretend to be corporate, come up and be like, hey, we're doing this deal or whatever, record it all, and then just show the townspeople that, hey, this person's sold out and they're fucking you over. We're gonna actually protect you. Try to steal the hearts and minds from them.
Definitely.
Yeah. Have it broadcasting over radio or something while we talk to them.
Yeah, throw in a lot of incriminating details, like as the Corp will be like, by the way, 50% of the people that we've been giving these to have fucking died. Are you fine with that? And have them be like, yeah, of course.
Are you installing these correctly? Because we were expecting around 40, 45%, but 50, 55 is actually out of our quota range right now.
I say we do that. I say we set them up
Yeah.
for like a sting operation.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's set up a sting.
Nice.
Sting at the
All right.
warehouse.
This is why you guys are the brains.
we have our can we have our corporate stooge arrange the meeting? Like, does he still know enough of
Yeah, sure.
our expert?
All right. So, our first question, though, are you all right with, as a group, potentially having to stop in the middle of this ride and pick it up next time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have an awesome cliffhanger.
Yeah. All right. Just wanted to make sure before we got too into something, because it could be short or it could be long. It sounds like you're trying to accomplish a lot, so I can't say yet how long it'll be.
Are we skipping XP and just handling that off screen?
Yes,
Or do we
that's
want
what I was
to do
planning.
that? Okay.
Yeah, for the sake of sharing with the audience, how it works is basically the same as Blades. Each person has a list of questions. One question is different for each person, the rest are all the same. And when you, at the end of each session, normally we would go through what, whether or not you answered those questions, you did those things, and you get XP for it. The crew has the same thing, the crew gets XP as well. For the sake of a shorter campaign, we are shrinking all the XP bars in half. The noteworthy one, which I want to share, is did you exemplify your theme song? And yes, the crew's theme song, which we did not say before, they picked before we went on, is "Can't Go to Hell" by Sin Shakes In. And when the fuse clock ticks up and we do the action sequence, if we were not streaming and thus limited by copyright, we would have that playing in the background during this awesome action montage. But yes, to answer your question, I was figuring we'd just do it quick after we're done.
Okay. Yeah, just didn't want to get the two rides mixed up. Cause
Yeah.
I know in Blades it's per score instead of per session.
No, it's per session.
Oh, is it? Okay. God, I have not. I need to play Blades again.
I mean, you could do it per score. That's really nice. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is in all the hacks I've played.
To be
Go-
fair, I actually did think that was true as well.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah. Nope. I that also makes sense as a variation. No, I just do it per session.
All right, so let's
Alrighty.
do
Yeah.
the score this ride.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
All right.
Are you
First
approaching
things
on your
first.
bikes? Corporate people arrive on biker bikes.
Exactly.
Still have
negative
the truck.
-1 in entanglement, I think.
I mean, we probably still have the truck, right?
No, I was just joking.
That's true.
Yeah, we stole the truck. Let's just use that.
And they're gonna ask us why we don't have the goods, though.
First thing, I'm rolling the.
Well, we're gonna pretend we do.
Oh lord.
Yeah, this is ending in a shootout. It's just starting with the incriminating tip.
All right. Perfect. So, first thing, I'm rolling the entanglement, and then that will come up sometime during the ride.
We're still at threat 0.
Yes. So you're still the entanglements are not gonna be too terrible yet. We're gonna skip past the questions. So, are you all beginning on your bikes?
I think explicitly we are not.
Oh wait, yeah, no, we're in the truck.
I kind of want to be on my
On
bike,
bike.
but that's
I mean,
personal choice.
realistically, we could probably load the bikes into the back of the truck.
Yeah, actually, I just thought
But
of
we're
that.
not starting off on.
We're
our
not
bikes,
on them.
Yeah, I like
Right,
that. We all
okay.
have our bikes available.
Right. Is this particularly bold or daring?
I think so. They're dangerous?
I would say so. They're
Yeah.
way higher threat than us, aren't they?
I think they're tier 2.
Yeah.
So
we're
that's
zero.
still way higher.
Yeah.
All right, so sure. Yep. I don't think it's overly complex or contingent on many factors. Does it expose the vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
I'd say
Yeah,
yeah.
I
They're
think
working
so.
with corporals.
Yeah.
This is
Right.
a weakness of theirs. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's another one. So you're at 2. Nor they're not strong against this approach. Do any of your friends or contacts provide aid? Yes, your new cohort is helping you.
Could I also talk, basically after revealing this to Lexa, would she be on board with this?
Yeah, so if you do that, she would be shocked and demand proof, which you can provide.
I can give, yeah.
Yeah. I think she would not necessarily help you, but she would not get in your way.
I'll take it.
Are other enemies or rivals interfering in the operation, or is the target under active corporate control? Yes, because of the entanglement.
And also Lexa, potentially.
Well, not anymore.
Well, not anymore, yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought she was also a rival.
She is also a rival, but I think she is
Seth-
like innocent.
Yeah, Seth wisely did not choose to bring me with her, with them.
Yeah.
I told you.
So who is a corpo? I told you.
Any other elements to consider? I think maybe because you're going one-on-one with a higher tier gang, but we did kind of already count that. So, yeah, that's fine. 2 dice.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
This is your plan, Seth?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh yeah, this is my plan. Cool. 2 dice. Alrighty. Getting the dice roller. 2 die. 3, 2, 1, go. It went
Oh.
horribly.
Right.
Doesn't it always?
Kiki, we need to find new brains.
So,
Kiki, come stab something. I'm in trouble.
That's literally the
Come
same
pick me
thing
up,
I
I'm
rolled for the
scared.
previous engagement roll.
I
I
think
also
if it,
got 1 and 2.
I think if it had been a 4 or a 5, they might have recognized you and attacked. So I think what happens here is they say, "Okay, come on in."
Yeah. So yeah. Dressed up as the corpo type,
Mhm.
all that. Yeah. Ah, this is
Right.
working out perfectly.
Yeah. You show up at this warehouse. And yeah, what did I say? Serrated K approaches you, and greets you and says, "So, what are you doing here?" Which is
I'm.
probably not the question you expected.
What am I doing here? Well, I wanted to talk to you about this missing shipment that we lost.
So
Yeah, I know that's not gonna work.
yeah,
Well, remember, we just need to get incriminating words. She doesn't know that we're recording.
That's true. And
So
furthermore, I
just
wanted...
focus on that.
Yeah.
because of the poor engagement roll, I don't want to say like necessarily that they know who you are and thus you can't succeed, because why would they tell you like? So I think just like there are a lot more people with guns than you expected in this room.
There are a lot more people. with
Um,
guns. I figured
As
that
it
would be
as an
fairly
alternative, maybe they are just suspicious and have set up like jamming equipment. Like maybe they don't have. So like maybe they'll have this conversation with us, but like our recording's not going anywhere.
It does. But it
Well, I think like
will come out.
it's not so much that like, because I don't want to make really any part of it impossible just based off the engagement roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right,
So-
showing effect position.
Right. I think basically they are like they don't trust corporations. Let's put it that way.
Yes. If we want to add something, there might be some bullet holes and all that in the truck we basically used to get here, which
Right.
may suddenly immediately put people on. Wait a second.
Yeah. So they don't trust the corporation. I think they still think you're the corporation, but like there is something going on, and they think that you're up to something as the corporation. Let's put it that way.
Listen, our first deal went relatively well. This is a setback. We can keep moving through this. I do want to talk about the numbers and how you've been handling our initial product. Now, how easily have you been able to distribute the glass? And I think he has like a tablet out as he's like beeping numbers, doing his best to look like he's, pencil pusher, wanting to collect data.
Yeah. So, she says, we sent you a report, or did you not get it?
Yes, I was hoping those numbers were false. Because our estimated results were much higher under controlled settings, and yet when it gets out here, the casualty rate was leaving the blank space so you can fill it in.
Yeah, right. She says, well, of course you and your, well, no, actually, before she begins saying, well, of course you, and then she pauses and looks more intently at you. So I think I want you to try to roll something to allay her fears.
Sway, perhaps.
Yeah, this is sway, I think. Playing up the corpo role. Position and effect.
Desperate.
Yeah,
Standard.
fair. I'll take it. Desperate
And,
standard. Huh?
I'll go ahead and send you casualty reports from the hospital as an assist. Just beam them to your tablet.
I don't know if generally tablets are not on hand. So yeah, you would probably have this might be more like a flashback to have told him.
Yeah, flashback to.
Oh, okay.
but-
Flashback to have loaded it onto the tablet then.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
I assume my character probably has one, but
Cool.
they're not
No,
common, sure.
Yeah, no. Yeah, probably the hospital does most things on paper still.
Oh wow, okay.
Or again, rather.
Or again, exactly.
So then, yeah, I think. Should I take the extra die, or should I go for effect to really try and knock this out of the park early?
I'd say die.
Yeah, with my rolling so far, yeah. I'll take the extra die.
2 dice? That's a 75%. What?
That's fair. Okay, so I'll go to 3 die. Okay, cool. Fingers crossed.
Mhm.
And
4.
4.
that's a
Oh my
4.
gosh, that was so
Okay.
close.
That was pretty close.
Why are we so happy? This was an 87% chance.
A success is a success.
Yeah, right.
I'll mark that XP too for the desperate roll.
Yeah, and
Oh,
let
and
me
And
mark-
get prepared to resist consequences.
Take
Did the fuse empty from last time?
Nope, it carries over.
Great.
Cool. Oh yeah, I hit the fuse too.
Yeah, I just did that.
Oh cool.
So you got 3 out of 6. So
Nice.
and you can trigger early if you want, but it's not as beneficial. Like if you urgently need it.
Save it for the escape.
Yeah, depending
Yeah.
on the consequences here.
Okay, so yeah, so this is where this is part of the reason why I changed it from harm to setbacks. So yeah, so she says, she looks at you closely, and says yeah, these are people out there, we thought that this was a done deal. You betrayed us, and of course in your clean labs and everything you've got in those cities, no, people wouldn't be hurt by this, and we should have expected better from you. So you're getting some good things for your recording, but you get the short-term setback. And then she says, and then she looks over the group, and I think we did not do load.
I think I'm gonna choose actually light for this one
Yeah,
Normal.
because I don't want to look like I'm a biker for war.
right.
Kiki has signature broadsword. That's weird for a corporate guy.
Right. So Did everyone else take light? I know that.
I was on normal for this,
Yeah.
which I have heavy marked, but that was from last time.
Yeah. So,
Sure. Yeah, I'll take normal
Kiki,
also.
you were light, right? So she pushes past Seth, and this is the short-term setback ignored, and
That
says,
is my least favorite setback.
"I want to talk to you. Like, I know how these things go. You're just a pencil pusher. Let me talk to your manager." And pushes past, and approaches Kiki.
All right.
Good, great.
I like where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Um.
Kiki crosses her arms and looks down at this person because she's very tall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she thinks she recognizes you,
Oh no.
and as like a corporate or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
It's
As a
like,
manager.
Yeah, right. You're the manager here. And even though you're taller, she like shoves her finger in your chest and says, "You promised that these would perform, and we gave that promise to the townspeople, and now they doubt us. And out here, word is all we have. And if you cause us to lose any more good favor or any more losses of any kind, this deal is done."
So
I think.
oh.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask. So in terms of the effect, for the recording, do we have enough to get the turf, or is that more of like a clock, or we have to get several incriminating things?
I think I should probably have made it a clock, but I think just like a little bit more, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple ideas, but I think Kiki's chance to shine and push back is now, unless you're completely lost. I would suggest not the broadsword. That's my own flashback to advice of no broadswords involved.
I do have a point in
2-second
command,
flashback.
so I think I'm trying to think of what Kiki would say here. So if you have an idea, I will field it.
Do you want Anthony to be bodyguard style for Kiki? Like hands off, like, hey, don't touch her.
And I wouldn't mind, or I could also do a setup action for you basically to be intimidating. Basically of like, I am so sorry, man. You know, basically like
groveling.
Suddenly getting that panic, like shit. Making you appear suddenly like you are the big boss, and it's like, oh no.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So Anthony pushes Kaylee back. And Kiki continues to look down her nose at her, and she says, "You were scrounging for scraps out here before we gave you the means to become something. If you want to try to lay the blame for your failures on us, we can just withdraw our support. So you might want to think carefully about your next words, because we provided good product, and it's not our fault that you can't follow through." Yeah, and I think what she's trying to get is she wants Kaylee to back down and to maybe not admit fault, but to at least withdraw the accusation, I guess.
Right, because doing that would be like an admittance that like they are directly working with the corporation, basically. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that sounds like a command.
Yeah. Was someone going to assist mechanically, or was it just narratively? It's fine if it is.
I tried this before.
Yeah,
I
you can
will-
give us stress either one.
Or yeah, go for it. Yeah. I said only one person can assist, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will take that. I assume this is still desperate.
Yes. Still desperate. Still standard.
Okay. Then that gives me 2d6, and cross our fingers that roll 20 doesn't hate me. Hey, doesn't hate me totally.
Hey, there we go.
Okay.
That's a 5.
Everything turned out better than expected.
Yeah. So she says, she like does back down and says, I think there's still room for a fruitful engagement here. But next time, perhaps send a less obvious target for all of the gangs. You don't know what it's like out here, and your, perfect plans don't mean anything out here. And then I think, so you've got a recording. You've got everything you think you need, right? And the consequence is that the I think like somehow you are found out, and I'm just trying to think of what the best narrative way for that to be.
Does one of the guys open the back of the truck and see the bikes inside?
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, so then she says, so what have you brought us this time? And motions for someone to open the truck. And before you can stop them, unless you resist, they see the bikes.
Flashback to rigging the front of the truck with explosives, and we beat feet.
You can do that.
It was just.
What
an
have
idea.
you?
I don't know how you get-
What have you brought us? A bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, so this hallucinogen I have,
Mm-hmm.
in what form
What?
is it?
What just
That is
happened?
up to you. Hallucinogen?
I'm just imagining, is this like a gaseous LSD I can just like cause chaos and we run, or
Sure.
Wow. All right.
do we want to like resist and try and get out of this quietly, or do we want to just go loud and cause some fun as we go?
Well, I don't think it's gonna be quiet either way, but
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you want to like kick them out of here and claim this as your turf, you're going to have to, do something to them. So
That's fair. So then, yeah, I'm not sure how this flashback or kind of how much it'll cost, but basically rigging kind of the front of the truck with whatever kind of dispersal system for the hallucinogen that's needed, and kind of as Seth sees someone open to the back, it's like, oh, yep, we're over, and
Nice.
press and kind of quick cover the mouth, and hopefully you guys know to do the same and not breathe too deep.
yeah, I think that's the one stress flashback.
Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
It's like a remote start for the truck, and then when it starts, it has like a cloud or like.
Comes out of the exhaust.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
it's
yes, yes,
exhaust,
yes.
I think to avoid it, you would probably want the environmental gear, which could include like masks and stuff.
Gas mask.
Oh, perfect.
Right.
Yeah. So then I'll mark environmental gear, at least for
Mhm.
me.
Yeah, probably anyone who doesn't want to breathe this in would want to.
That's like market right now. You're saying, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'll mark
yeah.
that.
Unless you want to just spend the rest of the trip in a trip.
Mhm.
And then Anthony.
So yeah,
never
I think
came
we all
back.
pull on our gas masks and take off.
Yeah, so
I think we have to get to our bikes first.
yeah, right. So I feel like more than this being an action roll, this might be like a fortune roll of theirs to see how many people are affected.
Okay. Like how many people gathered up around the back?
Yeah, right.
They're like children on Christmas. They love when the corporations come to give them presents.
Dibs on that one.
All right. So this is for them, so a high roll is good for them.
Oh,
Okay.
what? No.
Of course. The come on.
All right. So they are affected. Some of them are affected, but some of them manage to like cover their faces in time, and pull out their guns. So yes, you have to get past them or take them out slightly more directly.
Well, I came equipped for this.
Mhm.
I will This is immediately devolving into like shooting, right? I assume there's no like
Probably.
moment where they're hesitating or like, "Hey, what's up, guys? This is pretty weird."
No, right.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that me pulling out a submachine gun was not the wrong move.
Correct. Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah,
I just wanna
I'll do
make sure
that.
it wasn't escalating.
Yeah.
Right.
I need to be pulling a Seth over here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll mark that. That's 4 or 3,
Mhm.
4 gear total. And yeah, I'll shoot the first person who looks like they're about to shoot at us. Presumably not
Okay.
Kay. I assume she's probably just standing there like a badass. You know what I mean? Being like, this is
Right,
not
yeah.
the plan I had.
Uh-huh. Right, exactly.
Is there some sort of getaway clock that we need to be filling, or is this just we're playing it, we're winging it?
I think
I think we're just attacking them.
right. So there. Let me put a wheel for them. But if you want to just get away, you just need to get on your bikes and get away.
Yeah.
That's
There we go. So, because they rolled a 6, I'm not going to take any on that immediately.
Okay.
Excuse me. But, yeah, you like you do have the initiative. Basically, they are stunned and you can shoot.
Okay. Yeah. I'll start shooting.
Okay.
Primarily to provide us a path out more than like just everybody, but
Okay. So, more like covering fire than targeted shooting. Sounds like, I think.
Well, that sounds like trading effect for position, probably.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. So, yeah, risky standard, I think.
okay.
Because the submachine gun would make it great.
Wait, sorry, say it again?
Just the way. So we were already in desperate position. So if the submachine gun makes it great, and then you trade effect for position.
Yes, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So that works. I've got 1 die in shoot, and I would accept a devil's bargain if we've got one lying around.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, what's the name? Come on, computer. Okay, Lexa is there, and in the midst of the crowd.
I accept.
Probably not a problem for you, but definitely a problem for Seth.
Seth, are you okay with this?
yeah, go for it.
Okay. I'm not shooting at her. She'll be fine as long as she jump in front of it. So 2d6. I'm sorry.
You may actually, instead of going for the covering fire, you may want to trade up to Desperate Greater, just so we can fill up that fuse clock, because I think we're gonna need it.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, I'm fine
Up
with
to you.
desperate. I'm about desperate rolls every day.
Okay.
Let's do it then.
Yeah,
Still
Alright.
2d6 though.
so that's great.
Okay. Oh hell yes!
You wanted that desperate.
This is what I was looking for.
All right.
The gun jams
Okay.
immediately. Oh my god.
Yeah, right. So, the entanglement was,
Oh no.
yeah.
Entanglements.
Mm-hmm. This one was corporate involvement because he rolled a 1. So, yeah, I think there is a sudden serrated K standing there being like, this is not what I was planning, sees through you and is like, okay, now I need to pull out the big guns. Pulls out a device clicks a button, and there's a loud like shock wave.
What?
And
Ouch.
yep. So I think this is less direct corporate involvement. Like, I don't think the corporation suddenly shows up right here, because I
Sure.
don't think that necessarily makes sense.
They just lended her some sweet tech.
But yeah, she's got some awesome tech that has disabled your guns.
Oh, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Click, 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 click.
Yeah, exactly.
All guns or just our guns?
I think all guns. It was a desperate roll.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning
Makes
on
sense.
using my gun anyway.
'Cause we're still badly outnumbered.
Yep. I think that is a short-term setback for everyone to be like disarmed or like unable to use guns.
Nice.
So yeah, disarmed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're gonna maybe use that fuse soon.
Well, disarmed is probably a bad term.
Right.
Because I have
I put
I have a
gun jam.
knife.
Yeah. Gun jam. Yeah,
Disabled-
exactly.
Oh yeah, gun jam. There we go.
Yeah. So I will say that this does work on the barbers too, to give you something. But maybe they were expecting it more.
Can I immediately take my submachine gun after it doesn't work and just throw it at the first dude's head? This doesn't have to have a mechanical benefit. I'm just like, oh shit, and just like,
Yeah,
wow.
sure. Sure. If you want to have it a mechanical benefit, you could roll like a clash or something.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm down to like start fighting my way towards the truck.
If you want, this could be a time to do a kind of group action, where you were like scrabbling towards the truck, or
Right.
something else to just take them down.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly, if it were the group action, Kiki would probably be the one taking the lead. But
Right.
it could very easily be like Anthony throws this gun, hits somebody in the head or like in the shoulder or whatever, and then you just like the camera pans back over and like Kiki's already charging forward.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
You
I mean, we
might.
could turn this into a full-on brawl if we can get half of them on our side, the high ones. Hallucinations are great.
Yeah. Definitely.
There's some kind of commander sway there.
Yeah. Like, two of you are pretty good at convincing people to,
Do
Help
things
you.
not in their best interest. Yeah.
right.
Um.
But I
Yeah.
do like the shot of, like Kiki charging and like taking over. Do you want to? Does someone want to like shout to interrupt, or do we want to do Kiki charging in first?
Let's do Kiki.
I say yeah. I need
Yeah.
I need more power punching.
Yeah. Kiki is going to attack Kaylee.
Okay.
And I think she's actually going to try to take her hostage almost. To essentially grab her and put a knife to her throat.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a hand weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that clash still?
Probably.
Okay. I'm going to. Do you have a devil's bargain?
They could grab one of ours as a hostage.
Mm.
Oh no.
That might be
Um,
more than just a devil's bargain, though.
Right. I think so. That sounds more like a potential
Consequence.
consequence. Yeah.
Yep.
I think she pulls out some new corporate tech, some additional corporate tech. Or maybe more like she was another corporate experiment, because that fits with the barbers better too.
I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that bargain.
But that wouldn't
Um,
affect the position or effect of the roll.
That's a good question. I'll say no.
Not yet.
Not yet. Like, she has to pull it out, and
Yeah.
it will happen after the roll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, so that gives me 3 dice. We've been rolling really poorly.
got to go back up.
No, it doesn't. That's not my experience at all.
Oh yeah, so this is
Mystic.
so I think this is a desperate standard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do have the ability Hard as Rock. You may expend your special armor to prevent injury from an attack in combat or to grit your teeth during a fight. So I'm going to expend my special armor
to grit your teeth.
To grit my teeth, and that gives me 4 dice.
Is that not allowed with? Are we not allowed to stack Devil Bargain, grit your teeth?
Oh, that's true. I forgot.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yep.
It is in Blades,
Okay.
yeah.
That is in Blades
Then
too.
never
Yep.
mind.
Yep. You can save that for the resist when you roll
I'll
less
save
than a
it.
6.
Yeah.
What? Wow! Whoa! Shots fired. The DM's attacking us.
Mm-hmm.
That's the DM's job.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Yeah, there you go. See,
Hey.
and now you get to take your fuse all the way up.
5. The poor man's 6.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So you have her. I think if it's while we're talking, I was thinking it might make sense to slightly tweak the Devil's Bargain. So maybe she'd. No, I guess she still has this something. Yes, so you have her, and you have a knife to her, and I think she like throws something to one of her companions before you can like pin her arm. And this is the Devil's Bargain part, and then she like struggles, I think, and pulls out a knife of her own and manages to cut you before you're able to disarm her.
Okay.
So I think maybe the only way really to disarm her is to grab the knife by the blade. So you have like and it's a big serrated knife for her name.
That's why. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, makes sense.
Actually, the reason why the only way to do it to grab it by the blade is because it's built into her arm. So you have to pin her arm by holding the blade, so you've got cut hand or like sawed hand or something. You're debating
Yeah, I
whether to
think I'll
resist.
keep that. I think we'll keep it.
All right.
So, I'm going to suggest that as the camera zooms in on the blood pouring down and then tips up and there's this huge gang of people, I think we kick in the theme song. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's about that time.
Yes, so we're reaching the end of when we had planned.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Do we want to do the theme song real quick before that? Do people have another 10 minutes something? Or
My memory of how the mechanic works is it'll just sort of let us bulldoze through this and get it done with. So yeah, let's try it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm done with that.
All right.
So we recommend everyone in the chat go to the link provided and start it now.
Yep, exactly. Yep. All right. So the way this works is every roll from here on is Desperate Great. You cannot modify your dice. Every roll has +1 result level. So you roll the dice starting with 6, and then each roll rolls 1 fewer die. It ends when someone rolls a 1, 2, or 3. So who wants to go next and say what you do for 6 dice?
Somebody group action the 3 of you into the back of the truck.
I think you also...
Oh.
I think that does not affect... Well, no, I guess it kind of does affect...
You mean
your
like
weapons,
bringing
but
K?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Just use the hostage to maneuver through the crowd.
Yeah. That works. I mean, Anthony can immediately go next then, and I'll have to pull a knife out of my boot, because things are just going south over here. And like maybe 1 or 2 of the goons from the barbers starts like coming at us or falling on Kiki, who's trying to take this hostage. And I just like have to slash at one or like jab my knife at the other and like shoulder check him out of the way, and make a path so Kiki can like focus on restraining K.
Yeah, awesome. Roll 6 dice.
6 dice. This is the most powerful roll.
Uh-huh.
Nailed it.
Yeah, there's a
Crit.
6 in there. All right. Crits don't really matter because it's the setup actions don't really
It's
matter, and
desperate
everything is desperate great. So yes, that is a success. So yeah, we see you punching and slashing and kicking people away.
Yeah, maybe a stumbling guy from out of the haze.
Right. Yep. Someone in the back has this device, and it looks like a large brick almost, with like a series of buttons. And here is where I'm going to roll the table I talked about during the break, the most fun table.
Oh.
Yeah, the
Yes.
enemy robot table.
Exactly, the enemy robot table. Sorry, I should have had this up. There we go. 2d6. Come on. Roll 20 is being slow. I might just pull out regular dice.
Oh, I have an idea.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Oh, but yeah, no.
Alright.
For what's next.
You do it.
Okay, this is a lion. A large lion comes barreling out. I promise not the whole table is not just big cats.
You sure?
Right, and instead of a mane, it's got blades.
Oh.
That are like kind of forward facing, and its job is to charge through enemies. So it bursts out of a box just very suddenly, and it's kind of clear that the bars don't have complete control over it. So who wants to go next as it comes barreling towards you?
I have an idea.
Go for
I
it.
don't know if it's a good idea. I don't know if this is a flashback or establishment of this hallucinogenic gas and you know what it was originally used for and all that. But one of the side effects is it causes extreme aggression and like photophobia.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this flashlight item.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what Seth could do is basically turn the flashlight on and chuck it towards the lion, and everyone affected by the gas will basically charge the lion and either deal with themselves or deal with the lion for us.
Sounds good. 5 dice.
Let's see, 5 dice. 1, 2, oh, 5. Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So powerful.
Yep,
That is a
nice.
crit. Well,
All
I
right.
mean, it doesn't matter, but
Yep.
it's nice to see.
Yeah. Yeah, so the couple of the ones who were still staggering around from this see the light and see this movement and think that it's like they have to deal with it right now and begin charging towards it. And it barrels through them, leaving bloody streaks. Who wants to go next? I think they don't do a whole lot to it, though.
So the first action roll during the theme song established that we got the party and the hostage to the truck, right?
Probably to like
That
the
was-
back
that
of the
was-
truck. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just hit the gas and drive us out of here.
Do you want to leave them here with the, or do you want to take the turf?
So I thought the turf was the hearts and minds of the people that we're gonna win over
Ah.
with the recording.
I'm giving you the option also of taking this warehouse, basically. As well.
So are they still a full 6 o'clock? We haven't put any
Sorry,
damage
no,
on that?
I didn't. No, that is my fault. You rolled 2 greats, so well, I guess that's technically all of them. Yeah, no,
It's
you.
just the lion, I think, left to deal with.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
bunch
basically,
of tripped out people in the lion.
that's basically who it is. So yes, you hit the gas. The lion chases you
Okay. Then
and bounds onto the back of the truck.
Yeah, so somebody want to smash that?
Oh,
You
you
can
say
try
it so
that.
casually.
Everyone is going to roll the same number of dice, so if you want to smash it, you can.
Be a hero, guy.
Well, I'm driving, but
Oh, that's true.
I could. Is somebody want to take over driving? Because I can take out the lion.
I think Seth has been the takeover driver of this.
Yeah, here you go. Take the wheel, and then I'm just gonna get on my motorcycle and just ramp it into the lion. Just ram him.
Nice. Go for it.
All right.
So you're on 4 dice? Nice.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah, so you knock the lion over, and it like scrambles onto the side of the truck, and like a large chunk of it is missing. But it's got like a little bit still hanging on there. It's kind of like End of Terminator, where it's like just the like skeleton climbing towards the driver's seat.
Kiki, can you decapitate it so we can use the head for our Cerberus bot?
I can certainly try. I'm sure I stashed my greatsword in the back of this truck.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
I want that robot head.
Right,
Is
3 dice.
Serrated still with us?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Did she have any defense against going through the hallucinogen?
Yeah, she avoided it.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was just a badass. It was...
Yeah, exactly.
Hey!
Nice. Okay. See, this is where you all roll really well when you're rolling.
Hey,
A
that's
lot.
thematic at least.
Exactly. Right. So, yes, you decapitate it and drive
Pull
off.
the head into the truck.
Yeah. Kiki's going to try to make one last break for it. If someone wants to try to restrain her, or like while you're all distracted dealing with this.
Kay.
Oh, no, sorry, Kiki.
Kay.
Kay is.
Bye,
Okay.
Kiki.
Sorry.
Kiki, where are you going?
Yeah. Kiki was dealing with the lion. I'll see Serrated go to like leap out of the vehicle,
Right.
and I kick her out of the truck, moving truck, right? That's what I said I do.
No. We keep. So, I just hit the line with my motorcycle out the back, right? So I'm just gonna turn my motorcycle and block the way with the bike.
Okay,
Okay.
sure.
Let's see.
6.
Okay.
That's a success.
Hey.
Yep, nice. All right. Yes, so you block her, and she sees that she is stuck, and slams the blade into the side of the truck in frustration. Congratulations. Yep. You
Job's
made
done.
it out. Yeah.
We end
All
every
right.
store with a prisoner.
Yep.
Apparently.
And 2 turf and a new head for our robot.
Yep. So the way that the inhabited turf works is it's a clock, so you don't immediately get the town. But that would be a significant like effort towards the clock.
Sick.
Nice.
Cool.
I will look up afterwards how many ticks it should be and fill those in.
Sure.
All right. It just occurred to me that I'm not projecting my audio onto the stream, so I could have been listening to the theme song the whole time at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. We will do the like payoff and aftermath next time. You can. Sorry, my name has been Jacob. He, him, and my Twitter account is at Jacob also. If you want to follow me there and find out more about Asphalt Trouble, you can also find the game itself at jacobalso.itch.io. Again, this has been Asphalt Trouble. These have been the Hellhounds. Yeah, who wants to introduce it? Do an
Go
outro.
ahead. So my name is Ian, and you can find my main thing, which is Death Wish, on my Twitter, which is at ANTIFINITY.
And I've been Jared. I'm around on the Discord, but nothing particular to promote yet.
Hi, and I'm Travis. I hang out with the Hacked in the Dark Discord as well, pretty frequently. You can find me on Twitter at Octosplosion. And yeah, good fun stuff.
And I've been Danielle. You can find me on the internet at RedtailTalk90 and the games that I write, including my own Forged in the Dark game, Idiot Teenagers with a Death Wish, which is a Animorphs-inspired Forged in the Dark game, at redtailtalk90.itch.io. I have an actual play of that game that you can check out if you're interested in it. It's called Dumb Kids Playing Hero, and it's on Twitter at DKPHpod. You can also find me at my home podcast, The Room Where It Happened, at RoomWherePod on Twitter, and check out the podcast guild I'm a part of at Stones_standing.
Awesome. Yes, I definitely want to play that sometime because that sounds like a lot of fun.
Is that completed already? Or are you working on it?
No, it's done. I'm working on a version 2 with some
Okay.
updates because I've learned a lot about it in playing it. Funnily enough, it's funny how that works. But yeah, it is complete and it's available for free because I really don't want Scholastic to sue me.
That's fair. I think you're probably safe as long as you don't use. I haven't read it. If you don't use too many terms that are.
I
There's horse for
tried to file the serial numbers off, but I'm just really afraid of a lawsuit.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, so once again, we have been Hacked in the Dark. You can find, if you missed any part of this video or if you missed any episodes, us on YouTube under Hacked in the Dark. You can also find our past shows. We've done Ian's Death Wish. We've done a couple of others. Jared and Travis were on the last Unusual Suspects Gem Blades game. And we will be back at the same time, 5:30 next Saturday.
Absolutely. Thanks for running. This was super fun.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much. It was good. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Awesome.
See ya.
All right, take care, everyone.